when you turned off the
So
computer.
when I was, it's okay, it's on cloud. So when I had all of these businesses and they weren't working, you can imagine that I'm like, there must be something fucking wrong with me if I'm not able to make the money, but all these other people that I help can make the money. I was like, there's something going on. And what it came down to was that I was always focused because the way that I was raised in all of that, I was always focused on the potential threats rather than the potential opportunities. And so your thoughts and your feelings create your reality, meaning if I'm only looking for threats, I'm quite literally manifesting threats.
Yeah, I know that. I know that with the intellect, and apparently I'm still in
That's
my,
okay.
it's
We're
still in
just
my subconscious or nervous system
And
hasn't.
that's totally fine because the more that at ease that you are with understanding, oh, let me be in radical acceptance. This is just where I am. Let me love myself through this little period of time, the quicker you will get through it. But the more that you are saying, I should be successful, I should be this, I should be disciplined, I should be able to do all of these things, I should be a savvy business person, I should be completing tasks when I start them, and you beat yourself up about it, the more that that nervous system freaks the fuck out. You're basically yelling to your child self over and over and over again. So when you switch it and you start looking at the opportunities, like, oh, maybe that could work. Oh, maybe that could work. Oh, maybe I'll find $1 million when I'm walking on the street. Oh, maybe I'll do this. Things just start happening to you. And for a long time, I thought that I got things for free because I was a girl and I just was like, I had people being like, oh, it's because you're a girl, it's because you're this. No, it's that fucking thought and mindset.
Well,
Be-
even as you say that, I'm aware of how much finding $1 million on the street. Yeah, I mean, whatever the example is that happens to other people, not me.
Yeah, because you don't think about it. That
But
the people that have
then my response is, but I can't seem to like when I when I think about it, I dismiss it because of that story, or at least it seems like, oh, what that happens to other people, not me, so don't bother. Don't think.
So are you willing to step out of the story that it happens to other people and not you?
Yes.
It happens to whoever thinks about it. And that is a practice. We don't say discipline, it's a practice.
It's a practice, and what I notice is then there's disappointment. If I if I think about it and it doesn't, if I think about it, I desire it, I'm open to it, and it doesn't happen. Uh, I don't. Am I only disappointed if I'd only be disappointed if I'm attached to it.
What do you mean?
Well, disappointment is more an unfulfilled expectation, like, oh, today the check is going to come in the mail because the client said they sent it and it didn't show up. Oh, I'm like a raised energy that drops because the external circumstances have changed. So, oh, it's interesting. If it's an opening and if there's no time limit on it, then there's no disappointment.
Yeah.
Like if I expect $1 million to show up if I expect $1 million to show up unexpectedly tomorrow and it doesn't, and then I see doesn't work for me.
It's yes, but it's also a practice. Meaning if it's a practice, then it's not you're focused because you haven't been doing it because you've been thinking negatively. That's not going to work. I'm not good enough. That I don't have clients. I don't have this. I don't have that. It doesn't happen to you regularly. The practice is having more of those thoughts so that you don't put pressure on just one thought.
Okay.
So
The other
now I'm gonna find $1 million. I um got a brand new car someone gifted me for no reason. I Let me tell you this, okay? So in in you I've been doing this. I was in Shiraz's program for 2 years, and he says all of this stuff, but in different ways, right? It's basically the same shit, different toilet. We just practice saying things in different ways. But I was in his group, and he's been trying to get me to. I've been focused on all the things that I had to do instead of the actual mindset.
Mm.
And it's like you're focused on all the things that you have to do instead of the actual mindset. If you start thinking things always work out for me, things always work out for me, things always work out for me, I'm enough, things always work out for me, just with those two, any thought that you have is, oh, I wonder how it's going to work out for me. And then you start thinking those thoughts. And now you've literally put out a bunch of opportunities and possibilities, and things start coming back to you. So this means I was trying to get to SLR, right?
Mhm.
I just invested in another program. And so, like, my bank account was like, no, baby. When we're going to Argentina, we're going to Mexico. I'm like, oh, fuck, what am I going to do? I really wanted to go. I I messaged Mark. I'm like, hey, is there any way I can get a discount like for going? I really want to go, but I'm probably going to go half the time. He's like, look, this is the best discount I can do, but I can give you another year of JV directory for free if you come. I was like, oh man, that already made it like super worth my while. Because even if I come for a couple days, that one, I'm like, you marked the thing off of my list. I get there, and I'm the two people that he had connected with me with to get a room. It was going to be $200 a night. I was going to stay there 2 nights, and I was like, okay, well, fuck it. Like, let's just run it, right? I get there. Charles has an extra bed. So I was just massaging his arms and his like back, and he didn't say you have to. I wanted to, right? And got to show off my skills in that aspect. But I also got a free room for 2 nights. Didn't pay for anything.
You
Went to
room with Shiraz?
yeah.
Oh,
Went to the free room with Sharon.
I'll have what you're having, babe.
Then I went and I was or ordered some drinks at the bar, and I was drunk. I was like, la, 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 la. And then I go up to the bartender. I'm like, okay, can I pay my tab? And he's like, well, you didn't get anything. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, and I'm autistic. So my dumb ass is like, what do you mean? And he's like, you dumb bitch. I didn't charge you for your drinks. I'm like, oh, the second day someone took me to breakfast. I was going to pay for my breakfast, and they just paid for my breakfast. These are all opportunities that come in naturally because I'm thinking, how is this going to work out for me? This is always working out for me. I'm enough. Just thinking that and believing that as much as possible starts to get you actual things that you want. But if I focused only on SLR and only on the room and not on everything's always working out for me. Oh, and let me tell you, I got both the flight there and the flight back on points. So I didn't pay for the flight either. And I sold a bicycle that was in my garage for $600 before the event. And someone gave me $30. Another person gave me, like, I mean, it all came out of the fucking woodworks within 5 days. But if you're thinking of how it's not going to work out for you and you're thinking of the threats only, that's how you get stuck. And what I'm painting in marketing, there's a SWOT analysis that you do, and I do it for everybody: your strengths, your weakness, the opportunities, and the threats.
Right.
But it's a balance understanding, and I focus on the opportunities to bring more opportunities with me. If I focus on the opportunities, I become a magnet, and opportunities come to me. And if I'm thinking like that about everything, then things start coming in. But if I'm only thinking of opportunities of this one thing, I put so much pressure on it that nothing else can come in because I'm so focused on that.
I hear you, and the defensive response is I'm already doing that.
If you were doing that, then your reality would reflect that. That
Well,
is science.
so I I'm not arguing with what you said, but from where I sit,
Uh-huh. If
I'm doing some of that might would be more accurate. I mean,
mhm.
so there's things have shifted around. See, it works beautifully. There was possibly I was going to go to Austin to participate in a week-long
Mhm.
festival called for on regeneration. And there's people and things there that fit with all, weave in with all the different things I'm connected with. And it was in March and it conflicts with other things, blah, blah, blah. Well, it turns out that it's been rescheduled for May. It's like, oh, now that might work out, right? I got to look at the calendar and see the flow of things because I really want to participate. There's an opportunity for me to take healing work there, other things I'm doing, whatever. So that's working out for me as evidence. It's not complete, but it's like, oh, reality shifted so that there's now possibility for me to choose to go to that if I want. And then other things opened up because of that. So there's some of that happening. That's why
There you go. There you go.
um, whoa, okay. And the reflex is, I could feel it. The reflex is some of that is happening. And then there's other stories and it's not enough, but just wait for the other shoe to drop, blah,
Mm-hmm.
right,
Mm-hmm.
blah, blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I could feel it in my system, whether it's you call it nervous system or my energy field. It's like, okay, that's nice, but don't let your guard down too much.
There you go. There
So,
you go. Now you're under, now you see it. And the first step is always seeing it. Once you see it, then can become an
damn
actual.
it, I thought I saw it already. I don't have to see it again.
Oh, we're
Eh,
gonna see it again and again and again because I'm still not a billion.
I'm gonna throw a tantrum.
I'm still not a billionaire. So there's levels to this. And I wish someone had told me that sooner. Why am I checking my password, really? I wish someone had told me this sooner because I was so focused on just being optimistic and having these things come in. If I had known that there's levels to this and there's another version of this after, I would have probably gotten here. I would have gotten there faster. Meaning, once you get to a point of like thinking positively about the things that you do and seeing the opportunities instead of the threats, and you magnetize more opportunities to you, now you have to also think about, um, of course, people love to purchase from me. I'm busy in my schedule. Like there's so many people that are signing up. So now it's about harnessing that focus on creating that momentum of opportunity of clients coming in. Then it's another momentum that you have to create of restructuring so that you have time and freedom in your schedule. Then it's another one if you want to get to a plateau of having a certain level of magnetism in any room so that people come and naturally gravitate you. Then it's another way when you're speaking from the stage and you have that practice. Then it's another, you do this at every level. It is a part of your new life.
Okay, thank you. And what I got derailed
Go ahead.
when by the thought, as you were saying, like walking into a room, whatever, I have a list, easily 20 people now who
Yeah.
in the different groups, we've reached out to each other in the chat and said, hey, I need to talk to you, right? Aligned values, curiosity, possible JVs, whatever. And I don't know if I want to assign that I'm scared to reach out. The circumstances are it's too chaotic, I'm too disorganized, I'm too busy, blah, blah, blah. In reality, how hard is it to sit down and send a message to somebody, when do you want to get together? So it's
Well, it's acknowledging that, okay, so that's a completely different animal. First, let's move some stuff on the others really quick. Are you
okay.
willing to
My
I'm
point was just that the people are starting to show up in my energy field, and
hmm
I'm holding them back.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about quantum entanglement because at any level you can be successful. You just have to be more successful than the people that you're working with.
Right.
So, and at something, meaning it doesn't have to be quantifiably dollar bills that you are more successful than them at. It can just be, actually, I'm not going to send that email. We'll just focus on here. Was, for example, I was supposed to send an email out letting people know, hey, the session started. Did I do that today? No. Where am I at currently in my business? That's just where I'm at. And the people that are aligned to that, that are still coming to me for my other expertise, are going to stay or they're not going to stay. It's just where I'm at currently. Accepting that allows me to bring in the clients. If I think I need to be perfect and have my shit together and all of these things, that's a different level that I'm not at right now. There's a shit ton of people back here that are like, don't have their shit together, don't have a Zoom account. They don't have meetings that they're having with clients. They haven't spoken from the stage. They haven't broken through any milestones in their business, dollar bill what or dollar amount. So I'm looking at all the opportunities in which I can help people as opposed to all the ways that I'm not there yet. This is my office. Coffee, the milk's still here, the computer's not working, not even using the microphone. If I were to sit here and say, well, I'm so disorganized and I'm not there yet, my nervous system hasn't been cleared yet, I wouldn't make any money. Forget about making the money. There are people that are perfectly aligned to me that I can help, that people like Shiraz that have 100 people on his freebie day doesn't have the capacity to do so. So there you on a quantum level, a quantum entanglement level, you are exactly where you're supposed to be always, and you can help someone always, and there is always someone to help you as well. Even when you get to the $1 million part, when you start making more money, you're going to be around your colleagues and feel like you're the brokest one there, even though you're doing better than what you used to do. So it's about acknowledging the quantum entanglement, and that's just a way of understanding where I am at the moment, as opposed to, oh, I'm not there yet, so I'm a loser because I can't do X, Y, and Z. And they're gonna know that I can't do it, and they're gonna think I'm a loser and that I shouldn't be helping them, and da 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 da. It's the same thing with I just talked to an old client and he does real estate photography in Los Angeles. And I mean it's fucking competitive as shit there. Oh, wait, did you freeze? No, you're right there. He and I come from the same world where, I mean, your social media is fucking curated. Like my name was Minka when I would go out because that was like how people knew me, and my everything, my brand was curated to the version of myself that I created as Minka. Anyways, that was a tangent. He didn't want to post his stuff on social media because he thinks that not enough people are engaging and liking and commenting, that he's going to look like a loser. The reality of the situation is there's not many photographers that actually know how to position a house in a way that gets a higher return on investment, and he does. He's not just taking the pictures. He's able to capture the details that buyers are looking for, which is different than regular photography.
Mm-hmm.
And because he's not posting it on social media and tagging real estate agents, he's not making the money he wants to.
Fool.
But we all do that.
I know, I know. We're
It's just
discussing
that,
my version of it.
yeah, it's just an easier way of explaining the thing. So, mm, are you willing to step out of the story that you have to be curated and elevated to be seen as an expert in your field?
Yes.
There we go. And I want me to be an example for you because my brand is like so not professional.
Oh, totally.
It's so not professional. And go ahead.
Well, I laugh at the narration in the back of my mind, on our sessions or just watching you, and there's a part of me going, how the fuck does she do it? But my standards is like, wait a minute, I couldn't possibly, I got the virtual background on because I got a blank wall. Well, whatever, story. Um, Yet I had almost no hesitation paying for your program.
Right. But it exactly, because when I did the spiel and I showed you what I can do, it was like, oh, fuck, that's what I've been missing. It wasn't, Oh, but even that was my first online virtual event that I had done when you signed up. And I mean, from then until now, I'm like, damn, like I did explain it, but there's so much more that I have to create other workshop dates to actually explain and exemplify all the things that I can help you with. Not all, but in creating revenue. And but you saw the magic. And it's the same thing when I signed up for Shiraz's group. He wasn't as big as he is now. I mean, he was pretty like getting there, but he wasn't Shiraz that he is now. I helped him create the little social media things where he's like snipping. He had all this fucking content that he wasn't using, and now it's just automated on social media. And he's actually getting people like, how can I sign up for your program? How can I work with you? So it's accepting and acknowledging and understanding this isn't a thing where you come into business and boom, it takes off and you're on liftoff and compare yourself to others. You have to understand this. I've been doing entrepreneurship since I was 19 years old, and I'm barely now feeling like, oh, this is the success that I was looking for. And I sold, I like made money, but this is the one where I have a schedule. I hang out with my friends. I have me time. I'm not dying. I'm healthy. And I get to do something that lights me up. This morning when I woke up, I was like, fuck. I'm so tired. Shiraz did his group yesterday. I'm like, how the fuck did he do SLR and now he's doing the groups? And it's just different levels to it. But you are already at a level and you have your experience, your expertise is your lifetime. You have had so many experiences that that is the thing that makes you the expert above others. You don't have to learn a bunch of things to be able to sell your program.
But, 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 but.
Shiraz has this thing from, I think it's from Icon Maker, like you create your program and then you go up to people and you're like, hey, I need market research, blah, 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 blah. Right. I never did it. I built my business not doing four things that he told me to do.
Mhm.
It's just where I was. But I still was able to make strides because the right people will find you because they know, like, and trust you, and you're able to do something for them. So, okay, what's your we're gonna move it to you in a second, Charlotte. I just because there's so much time, there's only two of you, so I'm like gonna go. Um, what's your program currently?
Well, so last week I was on a sales training with Adam at Measurable Genius, and he actually, I'm trying to see because I wrote it on a piece of paper. Now I can't find it. Basically, he did a sort of like an Ikigai process. What do I love doing? What did I get paid for? Those different domains, and then the circle where they all overlap is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he did something like that, and he came out of that saying, he suggested two offers. One is as a healer, so it overlaps with what you and I have already created. And the other one, because I like events and stuff, was he said MC for events, $10,000 high ticket offer to people. And my job is to first identify the markets and then what I can provide in each of those markets.
So you would be the MC?
Yeah, the host for somebody else. There's a whole, apparently, like this sounds like there's a whole domain of, um, like for Shiraz, I would introduce him and
Yeah,
other.
I understand. I understand. But is that what you want to do?
Well, it's yes, I like that idea because I get to put my ability to see flows and connections and provide feedback. And I did a version of that for 20 years with Landmark and supervising their programs, working with their course leaders and seeing what needed to happen, seeing all the connections, seeing all the flow, customer service. I mean, I love that kind of stuff.
Okay. Because that doesn't really exemplify how you're able to shift people and do work on them. So that's why it's kind of throwing me for like a wrench in what I saw. So did you leave your idea of creating your own program and now you're focused on hosting as your program?
Well, that's I haven't done the homework in terms of like really looking at what the offer would be, but I can see. Yeah, I have. I mean, I don't know. I can see how my skills in that area, working with people, supporting people, and I like support. I also like, all of what I'm doing is supporting other people and having more of what they want in some fashion. Um, I can see myself doing stuff like that more at the moment, more than trying to do the coaching thing that was trying to do with Icon Maker, right? The neurodivergent coaching, in part because I the coaching, I don't have enough sense of experience. I'm still working through. I don't feel like I've gone far enough through my own process of starting a business to coach somebody else in starting a business.
But
Right.
that's bullshit because you were helping women figure out their clothes before and giving them honesty and space, and you were literally coaching them on what to wear.
Yeah.
That was a coaching program.
Okay.
You have the experience to coach people. You had a coaching
Yeah.
program.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
I'm just letting you know from what I see, what I'm seeing that's happening. It's almost like, oh, well, I can't do that yet, so I'm going to go do this. It's like you're getting a part-time job to
Yeah. Yep. I mean, there's definitely.
I can go with whatever it is that you want to do. So if you want to do this, I will absolutely support and guide you in the way to get that done. But
Right.
because I feel like I can be honest with you, I'm just letting you know what I see, and then you make your own decision, and
Right.
I'll support
That's
what you're
what I need.
doing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what. Well, the thing, there were the two things, and the healer, like I said, fits in what we've already created with you and I. He actually said 4 sessions for $2,600, I think it was. Like he threw me all the way out there at $500 a session.
Who did?
Adam Siebel.
Yeah, but if your nervous system can't regulate, I told you
Well,
$100.
I know that was his. I mean, he's just, he gives that as a suggestion. Then I got to deal with it. And I haven't done the homework that he gave me, which supports the homework that you gave me, and then decide what the next actual step is. He's not saying do this and make an offer tomorrow. He's moving me through some process to see that. I know it's working for me, and I appreciate your feedback.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Well,
and
just keep, I mean, here's the thing, just keep it updated, keep figuring out what you want, but don't let the idea or the notion that you don't have enough experience as a coach because you did.
got it. Yeah,
That's
thank you.
that's just a cop out. And to me it's a disservice if you don't because there I have clients that are women that don't want to work with Shiraz and want specifically to work with a woman, so they signed up with me. But I
Mhm.
have other people that like me, I specifically needed to work with Shiraz because he's a man and he calmed down my nervous system just by working with him.
Mhm.
And so it's kind of, and there's not many men that women can work with that it's actually like, oh, as a woman, I can actually lower down my barrier and not feel endangered. And we can, whatever that relationship looks like whether I'm inappropriate as hell, right? But the reason I'm inappropriate with him is because he's created such a safe, unique area for me. I can be my complete self.
Right. You don't have to worry about shit coming back at you.
And that's a market value that you have, why I push for it a little bit because it's you focus on, oh, well, I'm not at the level of these people that have been doing this for 20 years. And it's really, you're the new fresh age. You're the new cohort of coaches.
Okay. Hmm.
We all are. We're the new fucking cohort, which means that we're learning from them, but there's gonna be people that can't sign up with them. There people are getting up to what? I think Jace Souter is $400 a month. Alex Ford is $1,000 a month. Uh Sly is also $1,000 a month. I think Shiraz went up to $400 a month. Like these are pretty high prices. So there's a whole other market that is still wanting a coach, but maybe they're paying $200 a month. Maybe they're 150. Maybe they're 300. And I'm not telling you to stay there, but I'm telling you your nervous system can actually fuck around with that and not
Hmm.
have to focus on the 4 or 5 so on
Yeah,
because
yeah.
because you haven't had experience with the price points, your nervous system is like, oh fuck. But really, if you just start trying to first, what did I say? 5 5 5 rule. 5 people that you do for free and you get reviews from them. 5 people that you charge at cost, let's say $50 an hour, and then 5 people that you charge at $200 an hour, which is what you would charge other people. And then your prices go up from there. But your nervous system needs the 5 5 5 rule in order for it to get regulated of, oh, this is what the fuck I'm doing. Until you do those 5 5 and 5 for whatever, just I would, like I said from the beginning, just talk to people, tell them you do coaching, have them hop on the call, ask them, what is it that you're working on? Let's see if I can help you. If you can, wonderful. If you can't, they fucking didn't pay you anyways. You're just looking for those 5 testimonials. Within doing that for 5 people, you're going to start to feel a groove. But you keep focusing on making the fucking plan instead of doing it. And the plan never works if you're not doing it. You can sign up for Alex Ford. You can sign up for fucking icon makers and all these people, unless you are actually, hey, nice to meet you. I do coaching on different things. Would you like to have a free session? I'm looking for reviews. Okay, let's have a half an hour session. Until you do that shit, you're going to be like, I don't know what I want to do. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do that. You have to take the action to figure out what your sauce is. Mine is being weird. We never got rid of that. So by doing that, I was like, oh shit, people like my weirdness. Okay, I can bring that into it. Now I realize I teach people that business is not supposed to be this thing that freaks out your nervous system. It's supposed to be this thing where it's like a kid when you're learning how to draw. There's no wrong way of doing it. And then you learn what kind of drawing you like to do. So, are you willing to step out of the story that you need to have a plan in order to be successful?
Yes. I have a different plan. Be back.
There you go. Be like a fucking Care Bear. Just start drawing shit and see, like, oh, I like this. No, I don't. And then someone's going to come up to you. Oh, I really like that. Go with that. That's how I got into the face reading thing. I've been doing that for my whole life. And people were like, people will pay you for this. And I was like, really? Now look at me. But I had to talk to people first.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling now?
A good kind of nervous.
And I've already tried you, so I know that you're good. I'm not going to send you off into the battlefield being like, oh, figure it out. Like I've tried you. You're good. You just need more practice to see it reflecting back to you.
Great. Thank you.
Love you. Okay.
Love you too.
Charlotte. Hi. Oh, let's give Stephen some love. And Charlotte. And yes, I will post about the 5 5 5 rule in both of the groups.
Hey, doll, I won't go right now. I'll let you go ahead with somebody else because I'm outside. But if you don't mind, I just wanted to say something. Everything you're saying, I love it. I love it. I'm taking it in. It's like working on my nervous system as well. And Stephen, I really relate to so many things that you're saying. And I wanted to mention something that I learned, and Stephen, I, it's a compliment to you, so I hope you won't mind. But I didn't know this, but I learned through Mikel that you do what Anna was saying. You're working with women and this and that. And I just want to say, like, as a woman, yeah, like just to kind of enforce what Anna was saying, not enforce, but like back it up that yeah, it is needed. And that opportunity to do that. And Mikkel was saying about what she's doing. And I was like, oh yeah, you guys could work together and this and that. And just, I was like, oh wow. But when you said being an MC, a light kind of went on in me. And I was like, oh, but maybe you do that. And I'm not suggesting Anna's on track with what she's telling you, but maybe you get people into your program from doing that or something, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe it's just an opportunity where you meet people and then they're like, but you have your offer and you have your program that you then go like, oh yeah, you'd love this. You'd love this. You'd love this. It's like a little, I could see you being a really good MC. Like I'm just like, oh, that's cool. That's fun. But that's not the depth of who, like you have so much to offer. And
Yeah.
Anna,
I
thank you for being so honest about everything always. It's
Sure.
No
so
worries.
healing.
Yeah, I want you guys to be fucking successful. So it's not it again, it wasn't to take away and say no, don't be an MC. It's just that's not your area of expertise to showcase how great you are.
Okay.
It's a great way to show to like network and have more people see you and get to know you, like trust you to bring them into you, but it does not exemplify your expertise.
I get
Okay,
that.
let's go
Okay,
with
actually, I will ask you something
talk to me.
because the way I'm feeling it right now is, and it came up last night in a lot of ways, is being too scattered. So, like just being too scattered, trying to do this. I see Michael nodding. I don't know if he sees this in me or he also feels this way, but I even heard Stephen allude to it or speak to it as well. And so two things. One, being too scattered, and secondly, is not trusting my own voice when I'm speaking. So I'm backtracking all the time when I'm speaking. So I will say some instead of just saying what I want to say, knowing it's coming from a place of kindness and encouragement to Stephen. I'm like, oh, I hope you don't mind if I say this. And, or I'll say something like, oh, you should definitely do that. Like I get excited, which I don't want to lose. Like you don't want to lose your weirdness. I don't want to lose my excitement and zest for life. But at the same time, I need to have more focus, more clarity, and feel less scattered and feel more, I guess, I don't know if the word's confident or if it's self-assured or just like a deep understanding and understanding it that I am who I am and what I say is right. I don't need to like kind of gaslight myself or anticipate that people will take it wrong or worry or protect kind of like I know it comes from like a really, really, really old, like it comes from, childhood and ancient things like that. But I don't speak my mind clearly and I would like to.
Okay. So, uh, it's so funny. It's like the theme right now.
Hmm.
There is this notion that you need to be a good person to experience life on the way that you're supposed to experience it. When reality is we are little atoms. Like on a scientific level, we're like little atoms in a jar. And there's positive atoms and there's negative atoms. But you need both in order for the atoms to survive. So, in terms of human experience, whether we're doing something right or we're doing something wrong doesn't really matter so long as we're doing something and experiencing. So, like when an atom stops moving, it the light starts to dim. That's when we're kind of like, oops. When we are doing something, whether positive or negative, that positive or negative atom lights up. Human beings are atoms. So as long as we are doing something, we are lighting up. If we're not doing something, that's when we're dimming down. And that's when we get into anxiety, depression, so on and so forth, and those little labels. When you understand it like this, there's no wrong or right answer in the things that you say. Like if you've noticed what I've talked about some weird shit. I think I brought up penises one time in Shiraz's group, and everyone's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I just know I did." And I think there was another time I was changing, and someone told me like, "Hey, did you know that you were in a sports bra?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's a sports bra," because I'm in Miami and everyone wears a sports bra here. So like, I didn't think of it. Could have literally been like, oh my God, someone saw me in a sports bra and they thought of it in a negative way. And oh my God, and I need to cover up more in front of my colleagues and blah, blah. And Is it wrong? No, it's probably right. But is it actually wrong? No, it's not wrong. It's just a human experience. So I just wanted to like tell your subconscious that portion because science really helps me be like, oh, I'm just an atom. Sometimes I'm doing things and I'm like, fuck, I fucked up. And I'm like, oh, wait, I'm just an atom. I had an experience. Either way, I was lighting up. Now I'm just going to see what else is happening. So with
Yeah,
your work,
you just gave me something where I was like, yeah, because it's control.
Mhm.
It's like this false illusion, like, and I've come to start telling myself, like, it's an illusory idea, like it's an illusion. It's not fucking real. You don't have control. So stop trying to control it. But I stress myself out over the dumbest shit, and I just
Yeah.
don't want to do that anymore. I just like, or I know I don't have to worry, and I do have all the proof things are working out, and they continue to work out. So I just want to bring my
I want you,
subconscious
you,
into this level and understanding
we
that like
want,
it's okay.
we want you to say the dumb shit. We want you to say the weird shit. We,
Yeah,
we
and I
we're not in
who
the
thinks that?
we're not in the industry of like, okay, think of Tony Robbins, right? He seems like, I mean, he's older now and he's like talking about the same thing all day, every day. But when he
Who's that?
actually, Tony Robbins,
Oh yeah, yeah.
when he started in the industry talking about quantum entanglement and mindset and all of this stuff, that was in the 80s and 90s. I don't think 80s, but I think 90s for sure, like early 90s. And he was going in person to person networking events and speaking about this from the stage. This big fucking dude is talking about woo woo and mysticism and mindset during that era. That era, I could see you having issues with right now of like, did I say the dumb thing? Did I not? Because it was so judgmental. If you had
Mhm.
tattoos, it was like, oh, you have tattoos.
Yeah,
Still.
you're right. I think
And
you're right. Okay, I'm gonna
and,
keep going. Sorry.
and now everybody has fucking tattoos. It's not uncommon to see a multi-millionaire tatted the fuck up to like his throat and then
Mhm.
going into a business meeting with fucking sandals and then going surfing. That is
I
the
love
era
it.
that we're in, which means
Yeah.
the only person judging you is you. People that are your potential clients are literally looking for you. And I told you before, like, you don't. Okay, so for example, I am just came from undisciplined land and I was entitled and I had things done for me. So like I had a marketing agency and I never had to I hadn't had to build websites and do the manual labor for years. So a big hurdle for me was like having the discipline of doing this and doing this. Like I didn't send out the email to invite everyone today, but I sent out the text, right? The point is that do what works for you and the right people will be attracted to that and come find you, not because you have your shit together, not because you don't say the wrong thing, not because you say the dumb thing, but because on top of being able to see, oh, Charlotte is human and I get to, my nervous system can relax with her. On top
Mhm.
of that, they get to go and experience your expertise too, because you're connected. You're like extremely connected. So if I sit there and I talk to you like, hey, I'm struggling with X, Y, and Z, can like you do a reading for me? I don't give a shit if you're 5 minutes late, if you're 10 minutes late, if you give me the recording on time, if you don't. I I'm excited to be there with you because I know I'm going to get something out of being and spending time with you.
Mhm.
And that's your natural state. That's not something that you have to practice and learn. And over time, because people will come and naturally gravitate to you, it will inspire you to want to do things differently. And that working from inspiration actually makes strides. So the way that I talk has changed. I used to say, fuck this, fuck that, cunt this, but I used to curse all the time. I have naturally subsided with cursing because I'm aware that I love to work with my clients, and some of them may not like cursing every day. They don't mind that I curse once in a blue moon, but I can kind of tell, like, okay, it's not really helping in this situation. So I have naturally, it just subsided.
Right. Yeah, yeah, I totally get that. And
It's
what
just,
you're saying,
go ahead.
oh, So that is the biggest, so one of the biggest blocks for me delivering expertise and messages is exactly the same thing where I am afraid, I'm just being totally honest with you right now, and I'm speaking from my subconscious as well, where I am afraid of, I don't know if it's, I'm afraid of hurting somebody. I'm afraid, okay, this is the thing, it's a childhood story. I'm afraid of being hurt because I misinterpreted. Like I'm afraid of, I was so, it's still living in me, and I might cry right now because I'm
It's
tapping
okay.
back into that. And I've done
Hmm.
so much healing and clearing on this, like so much, but it's still somewhere in there. And so many things are helping me, honor and love my inner child and stuff. But I really spent like my formative years in terror of getting it wrong. So the point, like I'm 44 years old, I own my own house, and I live with my housemate who is a wonderful person who would never hurt me. And every time I hear a door outside, I still jump. I still like I still jump. And it makes me sad actually that I still live in that like getting like feeling like I wanted to go out for dinner, like getting ready to go out. Sometimes I don't even want to go somewhere because I stress myself out so much with the thought of getting ready, of like I have to
Oh
be on
yeah.
time
Yeah,
and
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Like I don't want to. I just don't want to keep doing this to myself. Like I want to, and I'm doing practices, telling myself, okay, like you're at home, you're safe here. Like, and so it
Are
is. I know it's
are
not
you
me
saying
as
I'm
my big
are you
self, as
saying
my grown self, but
are you saying I'm enough regularly? Like all the time to yourself?
probably not as much as I need to. Then, yeah, I
Like a
am enough.
drug.
I'm enough.
I'm like a fucking schizophrenic. I'm enough. I'm enough. I'm enough. I'm enough. I still like I've been doing this for a while and I'm still saying it right. I'd say I'm gonna be transparent. I'm
I
enough.
like it.
I'm enough. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I'm married. I have kids. I'm rich. I have another
Love it.
house. I literally say all the things that and I say that almost every morning and every night and maybe sometimes during the day.
I say a lot of these things. Like I say, like I'm so healthy. I'm so happy. My body's healthy. I have people who love me. Like I do
Keep the
quite a bit
I'm
of that.
enough is
But
first.
I need to add. I need to add. I'm
I'm enough
enough and I'm
is number
safe. I
one.
think I need to. I know, like Shaz is all like, you don't want to
No, no,
feel
no,
safe,
no,
but
no,
I
no,
need to
no,
feel
no.
safe.
Not I'm safe. Not I'm safe. Everything is working out for me. I'm safe
I need
brings
to.
in I'm safe brings in something that you need to be safe from.
That's true.
So if
But
I'm safe, then I need to create and manifest things to protect me from so that I can be safe.
so I do believe everything is working out for me, like even to the point where I was really upset because my passport got delayed. Well, guess who would have been stranded in Cuba right now if her passport hadn't been delayed? This girl right here. Like
Mm.
for real. Like I'm like, and I knew at the time too, I'm like, there's some reason this is happening, and I don't really know why, but there is a reason. And I know
Yeah,
that.
because you're
So
in
like,
tune.
right. So I wasn't, do you know what I mean? But so I believe that, but how do I calm down from the hypervigilance of the jumpiness? Because it's taken a toll on me. And I don't know if I'm enough is gonna be enough to like
No, no,
get
no,
me.
no, no, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When you're doing that, that's a trigger of so anytime we have these fears of like I'm in hyper vigilant, I'm in danger, it's because that child self. So another way of saying the nervous system regulating is that child self is being triggered. That child self of you is being startled. So the adult self of you needs to say, everything is okay. I'm here. Nothing's going on. It was just a wind. It was this. Everything is okay. Everything's working out for us. I'm enough. I know. You never got that. That's all that's happening here. It's as adults, we're doing this thing and we don't know the answers. And we're like, fuck, why is this happening to me? But now you have the answers. It's just your child self. And doing that regulates it and it will go away. And I'm going to share with you. I've lived in Miami for 4 years, almost 4 years now. And when I first moved LA, I knew everybody. I mean, I was the queen. One of my friends, we were talking about it the other day that like anywhere I fucking went, I got everything for free and taken care of because I knew everybody and I was in marketing. So like they really took care of me. I mean, ridiculous. When I moved to Miami, my nervous system, all the masks that I had on in LA were gone and I didn't have a reason to have those masks.
Mm.
And it shocked the fuck out of my nervous system. I couldn't make friends. I couldn't go out. And there were times where I was like, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out. And I would get fully dressed. I would change outfits like 10 times. And then I would cry because 5 hours have passed by and it's 11 o'clock at night and there's no, where the fuck am I gonna go now?
Hmm.
And then I would call like someone from the program or someone that's my coach or anyone. I remember one time I called one of the girls from my program, Amy Janice. She specializes in like help like the getting you in the clothes that you wear.
Hmm.
I called her to try and figure out what to wear and she helped me, but I still didn't end up going out.
Hmm.
And it's the same thing that she told me is the same thing that's the rule with everyone. You look in the mirror and you keep practicing. I'm enough. I love you. You focus on something that you love. For me, it was my hair because it's really long. So I was like, I really like that. That was the only thing I could look at that I was like, I like. Everything else, I was like, it's awful.
Oh God, girl.
It's
And that
okay.
nobody would ever think that. No, but nobody,
Yeah.
that's the funniest thing. I think it's so interesting sometimes. Like I even see myself like later in a photo and I'm like, oh my God, I really like I look at a picture of me from like say my 20s or something. I'm just like, oh my God, I look like I have really have it together. But I was in so much pain. Like I was like fucking having panic attacks all the
Right.
time. And I like,
And
but nobody could see that. But I was like dying inside. And I'm like, I don't want to, that's why I'm emotional because I'm just like, I don't want to feel that way. Like I want to, I'm kind of sad that I feel that way, I guess. Does that make sense? Like it's almost
and
like
that
I feel like I'm loving a baby in a way. Like I'm so sorry that happened to you. Like I'm
yeah,
sorry you
and you're
feel that
supposed
way.
to. That's gonna be the thing that gets you through it.
Yeah, like instead of being, I used to, so what Stephen was saying, like what Stephen was talking about earlier, and I used to do that a lot. And like, I've worked on this a lot and I'm still working on it, is being so much more compassionate, so much more loving, and not like you've taught me this through the baby talk and through like what you said last time about like, I'm denying my feelings. So then I'm getting all these distractions because I'm practicing, I'm distracting, right? I'm like, I can remember like, and I went through like, I was in a very, very, very bad situation with my health of I couldn't stay coherent. I couldn't stay alert. And it still happens sometimes. And, um, and I, instead of being so loving to myself, I get so mad. I'm like, Charlotte, get it together. Like, because I used that push to get me everything, right? To get through anything, right? Like I used to get like I had to kind of push myself. Like I had to decide I'm going to do something better. I'm going to live my life, right? But instead of I didn't know how, and so I'm learning how because I wasn't shown that. I wasn't really shown a lot of it. A little bit, yes, but like a little bit, yes, from my grandparents and at times my mother and things like that. But like it was always danger, right? Like connection was very dangerous.
Right. So are you willing to step out of the story that connection is dangerous? Because now you have connections that are not dangerous.
Yeah, that's so good. And I love that. Yes. Yeah. 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 Oh, that's true. My body's probably trying to protect me from that by like going like in showing up in other ways because it
And that's
won't.
and it's the
Yeah.
same thing that we talked about with Stephen. If you're focused on the threats, you're going to attract threats to you. You become a magnet to threats. If you
100%.
if you focus on the opportunities instead, the benefits, the things that you're grateful for, you instead start attracting that. So it's there is this place where you're focused on changing it and you're like, I'm enough, I'm enough, I'm enough, I'm enough, I'm enough. And then there's this place that you get to where your body is like, oh, I do feel like I'm enough and it feels peaceful.
Yeah. And I'm starting to experience more moments of that instead of feeling so like, oh my God, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this, I have to do that. But like it is taking time and it is a practice. So what you were
Mhm.
saying this morning was fucking perfect because I'm like, yeah, well, everything. I really feel blessed to be, like you said, like to be in your presence, to be in the presence of Stephen sharing as well, because it's so helpful. I say to one of my girlfriends all the time, when I'll tell her something, she's like, "Oh my God, me too." And it's like, it's so nice to not be crazy alone, right? Like it's like,
Yeah, and then you get to see that like the people that you think are like these mega giants in business, they're just like us. They just do what they do in business this way, and then they when they hang out with friends and other colleagues, we all get weird. Like I think
yeah.
the there was I forgot about this. So at SLR, there was a one of the nights we were eating dinner, we went out to eat, and everyone's talking to me about what I do, and they gave me the things to say, but my bitch ass, it's like they would say these words, and then I would say those words and then some. They're like, no, Anna, and then they do it again, and then it'd be like, okay. So what they're helping me say was that I help entrepreneurs and business leaders find the first 10 ready to buy people in any room,
Oh, that is good.
right? I kept saying, and because blah, 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 blah. And so the whole table, you have Shiraz, you have Sarah Michaels, who does feminine sales. You have Kimberly Crow with her Speakers Playhouse. You have Kimberly from Energetic Magic, and then two other people that I can't remember right now. Everyone was like, Anna, no. It's a unique ability to get to have so many like experts yelling at you at one time.
That must have been, yeah, like almost for, don't ask me why my brain went there, but I was like a game show where it's like, we're gonna, like an intensity sort of situation. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Right, but the thing is that if I had been stuck in trying to look or be perceived a certain way or scared of the dangers, I wouldn't have gone to the dinner and I would have stayed in my room. And
Yeah, look at you
and
now.
and I wasn't the expert. Like I have an expertise, but I was being coached at that time at that table of experts as well. And so for you, what you were experiencing was that you were hidden. I told you in the last 6 months, you've been way more open, way more forthcoming, way more like, hey, trying to connect with people. And so you're coming out of the stinking thinking and negative thoughts, and you're in this in between of going into the positive, and there's going to be this light bulb moment. I like telling you guys this because I think for me it was, and I don't know if it'll work for you guys or not, but this is a feature that I do. I remember the quantitative like explanation of what it felt like and the experience that you look forward to, because most of the time we don't know what we're looking for, and we don't have that experience of what it looks like, feels like, emotionally feels like in our body. And what I'm telling you, it feels like peace. It feels like there could be a hurricane coming in right now, but you're just like, well, I'm at peace. I've done a good job.
I'm settled. I'm settled. I just felt it. Like I just felt it. And every once in a while I just feel it. Like, and I try to take it in and remind
That's the
myself.
that's the goal. We think as entrepreneurs, it's this big grandiose feeling of I have arrived. There's no such thing. That's also resistance. That's proving energy. The real success is this plateau of peace of I am doing what I am doing right here in this little nook and cranny of the little world, and the right people are finding me.
Mhm.
And it's the same thing when you go out, but this is a practice of there's nothing wrong with the days that you have when you look in the mirror and 5 hours have passed and you didn't end up going out, because it's a practice to get you to the point where now I can go out without makeup and without have being done, and I go out anywhere, whether it's to enjoy myself or to meet people. I went to SLR with a broken nail. Like the rest are here, and this little minute little thing to everyone else was such a fucking big deal. I would literally leave to go get my nails done instead of networking before.
Yep, I understand that because I
Yeah.
fucking stressed myself out about my nails not being done. And then last night when I went out and they were not done, and then I got home and I went to just tie them. I told myself nobody fucking noticed.
Nobody
Nobody
fucking
cared.
knows. Nobody
And the
cares.
experience was about having a good time with my friends, which was such a nice time. And not one person was like, oh my God, your nail. You know, Anna, it really, I know exactly where this comes from. It comes from so many places, and it doesn't really matter. I don't need to like go into all of the details, but as a child, like in a very short way, as a child, I was picked on because I didn't have somebody caring about how I was put together, right? So I
Right.
didn't have the right clothes. I never had the right things. So then when I moved into Toronto, and actually even when I lived on my own, like I lived like you, I lived on my own since I was like 14. So like yeah, there's a lot of, we and then it was I had to go back home with my grandparents, whatever. But
Mhm.
like I would spend my like I really cared about how I, because I do care about how I look, right? Like to a degree, not to the point of like, and I don't want to care too much, but I do care. And then when I went into business, of course it matters, but it became like a grip, like a
Yeah,
tight
of
grip
course.
kind
And
of.
that's why I'm explaining mine as well, because it's not the worst thing that you can think is that you're the only one going through this.
Yes. It's good to not be crazy alone.
No,
No.
we're all, and like the boys have that too. Maybe it's not a nail, maybe it's like how they're perceived, and do I make women around me feel safe, or are they judging me for anything? They have a whole other set of fucking
Right.
My biggest
monsters.
thing is being seen as a creep.
There you go.
I
And
love
like,
women. I love being turned on around, attract the attractive energy of women. And to me, that's creepy, right? You don't do that. Only
oh,
if it's
Right.
my lover. Otherwise, it's those perverts. The whole Me Too movement got me all freaked out.
yeah, and it has a lot of
Because
them
you're a
freaked
good
out.
person. And
Yeah. But you see that
it's
like
so
it's
interesting.
it so, and this is what I was gonna say is that there's maybe 1% of the world that has everything all together. They have their finances, they have their money, they have their emotional support, they have their family, they have theirs.
Yeah, you're
The
right.
rest of us are fucked up. The rest of us are fucked up. There's
And
no like,
human. And we're so human. And
and that's human.
yeah,
And so here's the kicker. The 1%, that's why you see the 1% wearing clothes that like it's in style for like raggedy sweaters that have holes, because they're trying to be like the rest of the 99%. They want to be normalized. And the rest of the 99% are trying to be perfect like the other people, thinking that that's the plateau in life. When really, let's go back to the atom example. As long as you're in movement, you are experiencing life and you're doing good.
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
kicker. That is
And
the
the
fucking
love and the
kicker.
appreciation and the acceptance. I wrote it on my board. Radical acceptance, like for
Radical
changes
acceptance.
everything. It literally gratitude hasn't been hard for me, like because I had to practice it for so long to get out of any depression, to get out of like, really bad times. I learned that was the fuck. I was like, how did I get out of this before? I remember thinking that. I'm like, oh, it's gratitude. Okay, I'm grateful I have my eyesight. I'm grateful I can breathe. I'm grateful I'm grateful water comes out of my tap. I'm grateful for this. Like that's easy, but what hasn't been easy is that loving where I am. Like I'm okay. Everything is okay. And that's going to bring in that deeper settled
There you go. And
feeling.
that's going to calm down your nervous system to allow even more goodies to come to you, because it's the idea or the notion that we should be somewhere that we're not that keeps us in inadequacy and making us
Yeah.
feel down. It's when I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be and I'm exactly as it should be always, that's when things flourish. You remember there was a guy in the group that was like irritating everybody?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Um, the reason that I felt so patient with him was because I'm autistic too. I know he's more on the spectrum, but I did have the same thing where his biggest problem is he has this wonderful program and these things that do work, but he has such a big ego of it needs to be world renowned. It needs to be bigger than Tony Robbins. It needs to be this, that it pushes everyone and everything away. Guess your girl had that shit too. It was like,
Mm.
I can do this and I can do this and I'm going to change the world, and that pressure is the thing that was not allowing my business to grow. When I found, I'm like, okay, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm going to find my people, whether they came from fucked up backgrounds, whether they've experienced success, as long as I have experienced more than they have and I can help them get to that plateau, then those are my people, and my business will be as big as it is or as little as it is. It's just going to be enough for me to be happy and support, and then boom, another sale, boom, another sale, boom, another sale.
Yeah, I don't have to be different than I am right now as I
No.
work towards what I want, as I
There you
work towards what I want, right? Like, because you're right, as soon as, and it was so helpful to hear Stephen talking about it. Sometimes it's so helpful. It is like when you share, when other people share, that is really, truly the beauty of a group program because it helps you illuminate your own blind spots and stuff too. Or you're like, oh, he's putting into words better than I wanted to, like, I wanted to say this, but I didn't know how to say that. And that idea of like, yeah, like, so what the house is a little disorganized. Like I don't want to negate all the progress that I've made because I'm not who I think I should be, right? Because then I'm not loving
I'm
myself.
vaping. I'm vaping
It,
on this call. I'm like a 20 something year
I'm
old
out of
vaping.
here. Bye.
See what I mean?
You know what's true too is I heard somebody say this. Actually, you know who it was? Not Trevor Noah. I think it was Josh Johnson. I love both of them. Anyway, and he's like, if you keep doing the things that are really, really you, it will really help you find your people faster. Like, do you, and then people can get the fuck away from you if they don't like
That's
that.
that's the nail on the head. So are you willing to step out of the story that you need to be something different than what you are for you to find your tribe?
Yes. You
And
gotta
don't
change.
forget, we all say yes, we all get the shift. Are
Yeah.
you willing to step out of the story that you need to be polished for people to see you as an
Hmm.
expert and sign up with you?
Yes. To
Oh,
even go like
wow.
for anybody to even love me, like that I need to be better or different than I am for
I
anybody
have
to even care for me.
I have another story for you. So in regards to high ticket sales, there's industries that you guys don't even fucking know about. I used to see this guy and he's a witch doctor, a brujo in Spanish. And I mean, it fucking worked, man. He would get me these candles. I'd make like 10 sales. He'd
Okay.
get me these candles. I'd get a lover. He'd get me this cleanse thing.
Damn,
And like,
he
I'd
was
go,
good.
yeah, no. He's amazing. So he would charge $300 for the candles. He would charge $1,000 for a cleanse. And he charged $5,000 to do a whole rework, the candles, the cleanse, and some other thing. I forgot what the other thing is. And he was in the hood of Los Angeles, like not the nice part, the fucking hood. And it wasn't even like an office, it was like this little shack that you would go into that looked sketchy as fuck. And he was packed. I mean,
I love it.
always had clients.
Love it.
Didn't have a calendar, didn't have an email list, didn't have a sign up sheet, didn't have anything other than text, "Hey, can I see you? I need X, Y, and Z." "Yeah, can you come at this time and this day?" "Okay, cool. I'll see you then."
Oh my God, Anna,
And he
that's everything
wouldn't
I need. I needed
and
to
he
hear that. I
and
needed to hear that.
he only took cash.
I fucking love it.
And
I
I
love
know,
that. I'm getting like goosebumps for some reason. Like I'm actually getting goosebumps because
yeah,
I'm like, yeah,
yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't
So
have to be perfect and polished and like figure out how to make the TikTok the right way so people can like I'm just like getting caught in all of these
he
weeds
wasn't
when
on
it's like
social media,
I
didn't
could
have a
really help people
website.
with stuff and I want to. And also, when I'm not using my gifts, I feel weird. So I do healing for the earth every day, like for the
Yeah.
planet, for people, like in different situations. I literally have to do it, or
Yeah, that's how you connect.
I feel funny, right?
Yeah,
It's like an athlete has to run, or they don't. Their body starts to feel fucking weird, right? Like you start to feel like, same, I have to do my exercises or I don't feel myself, right? And I
yeah,
have to let this energy through me or I do not feel good.
yeah. And
And I'd
this
be happy
guy,
to help people in a more targeted way instead of just, I know it's helping, but it's like it would be so cool to watch people have. I have watched it before and I'd love to do it again, watching people have their transformations. It is like, as you can attest to, probably, it is not that you want to get the ego like hit from it, but it is a certain kind of high when you feel like "Oh, that really was good, you know?
yeah. So now you have the example. This is a tangible, and I want you to understand, like, even with me, I had worked with this guy and I sent my mom to him, I sent my sister to him, and I sent five other girls to him. That's just from one, and that's how all of his clients were.
I love
So,
that. And that's kind of how magic is, right? It
yeah,
is a bit of that. It's a bit of that
so
frequency, word of mouth. It's
you've been
that.
you've been in the coaching world, in the expertise world. I want you to understand there's different pockets and different ways that you can do this. This is another one because you're very woo woo. So
Yeah.
it just came to me of like that example, and I was like, oh, that's done. Like that's
Yeah.
you. That's you. You have a level of
Mhm.
expertise that's super mystic and woo woo. You just have to be you so that your clients find you. If you are this picture perfect, proper person, they're gonna be like, she may not be that woo woo.
100%. And you know why? Because I was because I was hiding. So my fear of this gift brought forward people who shamed me for it.
Exactly. And so now that you
Right?
have this
I
example,
get
start
that.
thinking of yourself as this person. So, and do the
Yeah.
555 rule so that you can have more people be like, wow, holy shit, Charlotte, I didn't know you do this. I haven't experienced you either. So I would love
Right.
to. You know what I mean?
No,
Like, you just need to
I
hear
would
more
love
of
to do
that.
it. You're right. And I want to do it. And it's like, it's time. It's time to just do it and stop worrying about perfecting it and perfecting every other area of my life before I can do it. I think there's this like,
So, are you willing to step out of the story that you need a plan to execute and be successful?
yes, yes,
Oh, are you willing to step out of the story that you need a business plan to be successful and seen as a professional?
yes, yes. It's true because I have this corporate background, right? For 20 years, I was in corporate and I
Yeah.
built PowerPoint. I don't even know if people use PowerPoint anymore, but I built all these PowerPoint presentations. Like I was a very corporate fucking person. Like,
You know who
I,
you know what my target demographic is?
neurodivergent people.
No, ex-corporate leaders that need to get the corporate off of them.
Oh, girly. Then that's no wonder. I'm so
And
drawn to
and
you.
and almost all of my clients come from that background.
Get the
energetically when
corporate.
you energetically when you decide something and you keep working it on a quantum field, you just start magnetizing it because you're bringing it to you and you're seeing the opportunities instead of the threats. So are you willing to step out of the story that you need to vigilantly look for the threats to in order to be safe?
Yes. Love. Thank you.
And are you willing to step out of the story that no one will take you seriously because you're so mystic?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, no wonder I've been feeling uncomfortable. I feel like I've been trying to be something I'm not.
Yeah, that's exactly what you've been doing and why it's not been working.
Was that? Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
called
interesting.
this is called alignment. When you're aligned to what you're doing, the fruition comes easier. When you're not aligned, there is resistance at every fucking corner.
Yeah, and it's an alignment to my soul and my soul
Mhm.
calling and not my ego dreams of my
Mhm.
childhood.
So you're in a different
Yeah.
era. This is normal
Yeah.
now, and it's socially accepted. Number two, there are people that have been doing this since the 80s and 90s that are just in woo woo and mysticism. So they've already paved the way for us to be as weird as we want to be. And number three, you're looking for the opportunities instead of the threats because you're either magnetizing the threats to you or you're magnetizing the opportunities to you.
Bam. Girl, you're good. Yeah. You got it, girl. You got it. Oh my
Uh,
God. Thank you. I'm gonna let this all settle in.
all right. Give
Okay,
Charlotte
I'll
some
get
love.
I love you guys. Thank you so much, Anna.
Ah, thank you. Okay, Michael. Oh, you're muted.
Stephen does have his hand up, so I bet he's got some great thoughts, ideas, or questions here.
Well, we've only got 20 minutes left, and so if you want time, Michael, Anna,
Michael, no. No, 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 no. Michael, take the freaking stage.
all
What the
right.
fuck was that shit? Steven already had a whole ass hour to
Well,
himself because nobody showed
this
up.
was some feedback I wanted to give to Charlotte. I could do it offline, but I wanted your
Can you please do it in the chat? Just because
sure.
we're for time, I want to get to Steven and Harumi. Thank you. Okay, and
It's
Michael,
always
stop
okay
trying
to
to
go to her because I'm here to listen, to grow, to see. So by all means, if you need to go to her, by all means do.
so I'm gonna put you on the spot because you're what I like. The reason I keep inviting you is you're like my little test subject, so that I can open your throat chakra. So, and it's by no coincidence that you have the opportunity, and then you're like, "No, Steven, you go first." So I want your voice to have
Oh, by all means. So
what do
what
you
would be
work?
the question?
Oh, okay. Do you mind if I go? Okay.
Yeah.
Um, then I just want to work on your voice. Uh, yours is a little bit different because you have the strongest jaw out of all of us, including me. Like your leadership is like What I keep on seeing is that your leadership put you in a role of expertise way up here, and then people were just like pummeling you down to the point where you no longer felt like you could be that leader. Um, so what happens if you speak your truth?
It becomes very challenging because I'm not necessarily speaking to the right person.
Okay. Why are you not speaking to the right person? What makes them the not right person?
The intensity and ability to get resolution right here, right now, in every conversation that I have with people is very challenging because they are not willing to confront, be honest, accept that there's a pivot that must take place. That's what they're praying for. That's what they really do want. And they're not willing to accept it and willing to do the work. And that also can go to me as well, where there's times that I'm not willing to do the work and I'm not willing to step into that place of what needs to pivot in myself. And
Yeah,
in
but
there is a
it's
struggle.
I'm picking up more that you're finding the wrong clients, if that makes sense. Who's your target demographic?
Um, don't necessarily have a specific because of my vast training and experience and knowledge, and because my business model is anywhere from the age of 14 up to the age of 85,
Yeah,
and it
but
can,
that's literally what's the bottleneck in your business. If
yeah, because I don't have one.
because you, yeah, no, you need one. If, and I'm saying this because if, okay, we've all experienced this when we don't have a target demographic, energetically, there's something that happens where we're not being clear and it ends up becoming this thing where we're bringing anything, and bringing anything actually sends out to the universe desperate energy. So you are actually attracting people that are desperate in victim mode rather than people that want to hear your advice, take it at a soul level, and actually do something about it. Meaning, when I first was starting and I was trying to I didn't have a target, and I was like, oh, I can help everybody. I kept having people that wouldn't see my value, that didn't see, like, weren't taking the actual steps to grow. They didn't see, I mean, they could have like, oh, that was nice. And then they would be like, but no, I wouldn't work with you because I wasn't actually bringing the target. Now I work, like I said, ex corporate leaders that still have the golden shackles familiar on their wrist and they can't seem to move forward and be themselves. That
Mhm.
brings in specific clients because specifically now what I have are people that are from ex corporate. So they've already persevered and pushed through and had the discipline and need to do this. So they've already done that portion. So by the time they come to me, they're like, what the fuck do I need to do? I'll do it. And those clients now, they're like raving fucking fans. They're sending me referrals every week. They're asking how we can partner and do other things. Like it's a different ball game, but it has to do with being deciding and being clear with these are the kind of people that I help because you're not like a run of the mill coach. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you have you've been in the fucking game for what, 20 years you said, or 30?
about 22.
Yeah, it's at the level. I've told you this before, and this is why I want to work on your voice box because you're at the level up here. Out of all of my clients, you're the one with the most extensive background. You are an expert, but you're not treating yourself as an expert. So you're wanting the world, so that's why the world is reflecting back to you that you're not an expert. So, just by the rule of thumb, an expert is someone that's been in the industry by definition for 10 years or more. You've been doing it for 20, so you're above expert level. So, are you willing to step out of the story that you're not an expert?
Oh, yeah.
Are you willing to
Yes.
step out of the story that you need to prove that you are an expert?
Yes.
I mean, there it is. Like, if you go into a fucking meeting and you tell someone that you've been doing this for 20 years and they're not acting differently, like more like attentive, those probably aren't your clients. Because subconsciously, when a person hears, oh, this person has been doing it for 20 years and they're an expert, their brain goes either high ticket or work.
Yeah.
It's just how the subconscious works.
Yeah.
So if you keep doing that, you're going to find the people that are like, finally, the fucking expert I've been looking for. And those people are going to listen to you and say, okay, you think I'm doing this? This is what my issue is. This is what you think the solution is.
Yeah. So would you say defining 3 groups of people as my target market would be okay?
Uh, what are the 3?
Um, that would be one who is presently in so much pain and trauma that they're on the verge of ending their lives. And
Uh-uh. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Because now you're getting into uh industry. What are the other 2?
the other person who recognizes that there's so much more to them and they don't know how to discover their gifts and their purpose.
Okay. And then what's the 3rd one?
The one who is stuck in their pain, anger, rage in their past, and they do not know how to move on.
Uh-uh. So the first one and the 3rd one that you explained attracts victim people with victim mentality. And there's a bunch of interns that can deal with that. They love when interns come out the woodworks, they're like, let me save the world. And the reason I'm saying that is because it's a decision that you're making. If you work with those, and let me rephrase this, I worked in that industry for 10 years, and that was a part of my understanding of, oh shit, this is why. Because when I first started, I kept on attracting, I want to find the people that are really in pain. I can help them because I knew that the things that I could do actually could help them. However, those are not the people that actually want change. They usually want someone to change it for them. They're stuck in victim mentality. And so when you work with someone with victim mentality, there's a whole range of issues. And there's no shortage of people that are trying to help the world. So there's no shortage of people that are working with that demographic. Um, but I mean, meaning like that demographic is fucking, what's the word? Congested? It's congested like a motherfucker. So it also makes it harder to find clients. But when you focus on people, the second one that you said, people that have not been able to, they know that there's more for them. You know what? I signed up for Shiraz's program because what did it say? He said it was he was targeting female entrepreneurs that were stuck at a 100-figure income that were looking to break that $100,000 ceiling. Now, that is a niche. That's a niche. That means that he's targeting the women that have already had success. They've already made $100,000 in their business. They've already done the getting out of victim mentality, and now they're trying to grow exponentially, meaning they have the finances to do it and they have the motivation and inspiration to say, what do I need to do, coach? Tap me in. And from what your energy tells me is that that's what you're looking for, but your heart is like, oh, but I need to help these people. So, are you willing to step out of the story that if you do not help people in victim mentality, they will die?
I can step out of that mostly, but not totally.
That's okay. So why is that? Off the top of your head, what's the first thing that comes up?
Well, this young gentleman, I was doing a keynote speak up in Denver, and this gentleman came up to me afterwards because it was for a multi-million-dollar corporation. And he came up to me, and he's a dentist, and my keynote wasn't anything about this type of trauma. And he said, my son has been traumatized and molested at 12, been working with the therapist. They told me he's got to go into in-house treatment program. He's cutting, he's suicidal, he's failing in his last year of high school. And I can't put him into a program like that. What can you do? Well, within 3 months, he was able to get better grades, graduate high school, get enrolled in college, and be able to stop cutting, where the psychologist could not help him do that. So having that kind of success, having that kind of platform that can move somebody from that victim mode to have an extraordinary life is still a part of my business model.
Yes, but you're talking about a teenager that's going through a transition. When you work with adults that are stuck in the victim mentality, that's a whole other cohort. The
Well, and the
likelihood
same
of
thing, go ahead.
the percentage of the likelihood of adults that are willing to get out of victim mode the way that that teenager was during a transition is less than the teenagers. The teenagers, they're still trying to figure out life. They're in pain, but no one has told them how to live life on life's terms. But as an adult, maybe people, most of the time people have tried, but there's an internal struggle that they have to get through, which you can help them with. But in your business, for it to be not just thriving financially, but for you to have the clients that are like, holy fuck, Michael, like, thank you so much for helping me because I couldn't have done this without you. You're looking at the demographic that's not in victim mentality.
Yeah, because just specifically on this, because I appreciate you bringing that aspect up, is I've dealt with multiple lawyers, multiple businessmen who literally has handed me their guns and said, I will kill myself unless I get some kind of intervention. And
But
they
they're
all have
business
been
leaders. But they're business leaders,
yes,
right? And that's
yeah,
what I'm trying
yeah.
to say. So now we can be clearer on like, okay, based on the data, these are the kind of people that are more receptive to Michael's help. So now you have business leaders looking to that maybe like on paper your life looks like it would be amazing, but internally you feel empty. I can help you find what is blocking you from true happiness. And here's the thing too, there's an epidemic, you know, the men's loneliness epidemic. It's like a huge propaganda. It's human beings that have a loneliness epidemic right now. But men finally are getting the platform about talking about their feelings. So the niche and the if you did want to work with men in that specific avenue, the fact that you are a man with licensed credentials and you've been doing this for 20 years, you are literally market value, you are like the fucking king of like, where have you been? Because there's a bunch of men that like maybe they were in jail, maybe they were this, maybe they were that, and they're helping those kind of men get to that mindset shift. But you have the expertise of like cognitive therapies and more to really be able to penetrate them, and they have the finances to really help you grow and help more people. Because the it's kind of like you have a block where you're focused on the victims and wanting to help get them to a transition of a flourishing life, but you also need to see in the grand scheme of things, who's going to help Michael help people? Because if you're like Mother Teresa, she was helping the world, but everyone was helping her. They gave her food, they gave her shelter, they gave her money, they donated things to her so she could keep on helping people. There are people like that all over the world. What it's kind of a disservice if you focus on them because then you're staying small. Does that mean it's kind of like
Oh,
you
yeah.
as a therapist are self-sabotaging your business and growth to impact and help more people because you're focused on the people that can't help you pay the bills as much and they're stuck more in victim mentality. When you focus on a subsector that can pay the bills and they're focused on growing, your business grows exponentially, being able, and that makes you be able to help more people. And when you're able to help those kind of people, like you said, the guys that turned their guns into you, you're not just helping them, you're helping their family, you're helping their wives, you're helping their children. You are changing their whole generational lineage. That,
Yeah, and that is how I approach that. And just so I'm very clear, is
okay.
I am not a credentialed therapist or anything of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been doing the coaching for a very, very long time. But you
Okay, but
have some you have very laser focused points here that are spot on. So thank you. Yes.
so um just keep playing with that. I'm doing the free this so the second Tuesday of every month is the open to the public. So you guys can invite people and everything, but I want you to like really oh, I would like for you to come back to the next one because this would be your homework. Come up with your ideal client that you would like different option of your ideal client, bring it back and we'll go through them because that's literally holding back your business and your growth and you in every way. Like I just keep seeing this. So my, what is it? That ability that I have that you can see pictures of whatever's happening to other people. Claire, it's one of the Claire something. But so when I'm working with people, I have these pictures and videos that start playing. And for you, what's coming up is you're focused on everyone, so you can't focus on a specific niche. They cannot recognize you as helping that specific niche. So your clairvoyance, thanks. So your business is staying at this lower level when you are an expert up here. Once you focus on, okay, I help these kind of specific people that is also not just beneficial to them, but also profitable for your business, it's gonna it's going to explode because there's not many coaches that are doing this for 20 years. Whether you're licensed or not, you've been helping people for 20 fucking years. That's longer than I've been doing it since I was 19. I'm 34, so it's 14. I think Shiraz has been doing it for 10. Sarah Michaels, I know, has been doing it for 10. Um, who else? Jennifer Deep Stratton, who does sales coaching, she's been doing it for like 5. But I don't, it's very rare for me to meet someone that's been doing this for 20 whole years. You don't understand. That's like your big ass
Yeah.
badge. Do you go into meetings
Yeah.
telling people like, hey, yeah, I've been doing this for 20 years?
I'm gonna put that out there at the beginning, at the forefront. No, if it
You
comes up, it does. But if they
can you,
ask, maybe yes. But otherwise, no.
why not?
It's more focused on what the need is in that person or in that conversation, which is to help them see something they're not
Okay.
willing or able to see.
Yes, but they want to sign up with someone that they know, like, and trust.
Yeah,
Knowing and liking you is easy for most people. Trusting you is the portion where the subconscious mind actually makes a decision on whether or not they're going to go with you. If you can bring that into your first conversations with people, I can almost guarantee you're going to see a higher return of people that are interested to sign up. And it doesn't mean like you have to be this grandiose. I'm getting resistance that like you don't want to put yourself out there and say that though.
Um, as you're speaking, I am recalculating and reformulating the thought, the message, and that's why I'm taking the notes I am. So this way, when we're done with the conversation, and that goes back to some of my acting years, because I was an
Mhm.
actor for 14 years, is once I hear and receive the thought, the idea, the message, what needs to be stated, then I'll go back and really mold it, put it together, and turn it into what it needs to be.
You know what you should do? There's this girl. There's in quantum physics, you have to like be the thing that you say that you want in order to become it, right?
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
did you do method acting?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you tell your clients about method acting?
Only a little bit more. The lawyers like that.
No, you should. Okay,
So
so
when I talk to them,
here's two things that you should bring up in that conversation. Number one, your acting career, because it can help you explain to people method acting and how they can quantumly leap into their new reality using method acting. And number two, that you're an expert not only for 20 years doing the coaching, but also 14 years doing the acting, which can allow you to get your clients to quantum leap into their new reality much faster than most because you've been doing this for 20 years and you've quantifiably created the roadmap to getting there.
okay.
And there's a girl on TikTok. She's got like 500,000 subscribers now, and I've been watching her. And that's all she does is she teaches people how to method act themselves into a new reality.
Interesting.
And so
All right. No, I like what you're saying.
you see how, but you have all this expertise that it's not coming out in the first just with those two things. People would be like, well, that's different. Well, how, tell me more. It creates an interest and it also creates something they haven't heard as much. And it showcases your expertise because you're not telling people like, oh, I'm the shit, sign up with me. You're telling people your expertise so that it showcases that you're here. You don't have to do much more talking than that. Like when I talk, I tell people, I'm like, I did red carpet events. I had a marketing agency, several marketing agencies where I created things for marketing for people, well, self-explanatory. And I've been doing this since I was 19 because it was all a part of coaching. I was coaching my marketing clients, I was coaching my counseling clients, and I was coaching people in my life the whole fucking time. I just didn't have the label coaching.
Yeah.
So, but I usually say those things because at another person that I'm talking to, their subconscious goes, oh, she has the area of expertise that I've been looking for. It's not just a coach that's been doing this a couple of years. That makes me trust like she actually knows what the fuck she's talking about. So I want to sign up with her. And I'm not putting it in a grandiose, like, oh, in my time when I did red carpet events in Hollywood, California, and I was the amazing hostess with the most. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just very subtly saying, I was up here. Now my coaching program uses those tools. So it's not anything big. So, are you willing to step out of the story that promoting yourself is what people dislike about you?
Yeah. 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 I didn't realize that was as big as an impact factor as it was in my messaging.
Oh, yeah. Why do you think I'm up your butt? when I when I meet a person and they're at that expertise, but they're not at that expertise, I'm like, wait, there's a discrepancy here. What's going on? And for you, it's just
Yeah.
because people have pummeled you down that we're just now getting you comfortable with being like, and being able to say it and being comfortable with the fact that you saying it doesn't mean that you're being grandiose or creating a source of envy for people. You're just mentioning nonchalantly, yeah, this is where I'm at. It's radical acceptance, but in a different way for you.
Yeah, and I can see that would be something that is more educational, informative for them, and also, like you say, showcasing, what I've been able to achieve in success in life and in business.
Yeah. And I mean, there is a need for mental health right now. It's And you never fucking know. You never know who's actually like paying attention to you. When I was at SLR, Charlotte, you're gonna love this part. You know, Mikhail is one of the girls in the group, and she is starting a program that we all love. That she's teaching men using dancing as a form to teach business leading men how to lead in their life and in their business in a way that's not pushy, and it teaches them how to really be in that leadership role, right? Well, she hasn't really fucking told anybody other than the people in the group. And so when I was at SLR, I was going to share a room with this guy. Didn't end up working out, but we did share a car to the Super Bowl after party. And so then we were talking about different things. We talked about Mikhail somehow, and he's like, "Oh yeah, she does work for us in our admin stuff and blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Oh, so you fucking know Mikhail. Guess what this guy does? He specifically helps men in mental health, and his entire business model and his entire program is just geared towards helping men. And she's not telling him what she's doing. So I told him what she's doing, and he's like, wow, that's fucking fascinating. She didn't tell me any of this. I'm going to ask her about it." And I'm like, yeah, yeah. Just be like, just how are you going to ask her? He's like, well, I'm going to tell her someone mentioned that she was creating this program, and I really want to hear more about it. I think that's absolutely incredible. So all she ever had to do was showcase her expertise, but because she didn't do that, she didn't make the connection. And it was sitting right fucking there. Now he's going to ask her about it.
You're absolutely right. I love that so much.
I mean,
But
she's
the
been talking about.
universe is doing her thing. Like sometimes it's just that with those type of things, I'm like, the universe is doing her thing. Like, just let her do it.
So it's the same thing for you. There's probably a plethora of people that would look at you differently if you were showcasing your expertise. And it's nonchalant because you're already such a leader. Anything that you say is already going to put you at a leader frequency. That's your face reading, right? That tells me when you take the stage, when you speak to people, people listen to you. Putting yourself here down here with everybody else is your issue of why people are pushing against you. By letting them know, actually, I've been doing this long, this is where I'm at, they're going to look and speak to you differently. They're going to be receptive to you differently.
It's the disconnect. Yeah, I can see the disconnect in there.
So are you willing to step out of the story that you are not an expert because you don't have credentials?
Yes. Yes.
I have no credentials. None. I have zero. Except for like my college degree. Like everything else has been, people ask me, how'd you get into face reading? My mom is indigenous and my whole family is able to do it. I learned Chinese face reading so that I could explain it, but I do massages to actually give me the science of how things work.
Yeah.
So it's all actually my work, which I should talk to someone about patenting this shit. But anyways, but you see how like, because I don't care about it and I see myself as the expert and I know that I've done this, they look at me differently, whether or not I have this. I tried to hypnotize my mom and she was laughing at me. She's like, you're hanging out with the white people too much. This is not fucking hypnosis. This is just going to our other dimension. And I'm like, Mom, like, just let me do the thing.
I love it.
So for you, it's the same thing. You have your expertise, whether you have the credential or not, you know how many people you've impacted and helped. So the fact that you've been doing this for 20 years is what you go off of.
Yeah, and I can feel where that is rooted in, because
What's
that
it?
is rooted in so much of the childhood abuse and trauma, and the people that I put in my world for so many years that I can see how that imprinted upon me and what needs to be removed.
But you've already been doing the work because you're here now with fellow like-minded individuals. So that's a story that you've been
Yep.
tied to, and this is proof to your brain and your subconscious mind that you've already been leaving that story. So are you
Yes.
willing to step out of that story?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be stepping out of it right now because I'm done.
Yeah, because just anchor that in. The fact that you're here right now with like-minded individuals that are like, holy shit, you've been doing this for 20 years. You really are an expert. I could see
Yep.
Charlotte's head like, yeah. I think most people that are starting off wish that they could say, I've been doing this for 20 years. They would feel like they could sell their programs if they could say, I've been doing this for 20 years.
Good. I'd love to say that. That was a joke.
I know. But that means you're aligned. So Yay! How do you
Yes.
feel now?
Like Charlotte had said, definitely much more at peace.
Yay! That's where we want you.
Yes.
Let's give some love to Michael.
Oh yeah, I'll take it.
And then Harumi, if you're there, you can
And I'll
come.
be right
I'm
back.
here, but hi, yes, I'm
Hi.
here, but no, I just joined, that's all.
That's okay. Is there anything that you want to work on?
I don't know what to work on it, so it's okay.
How are
Well,
your sales?
sales going good. Yeah, I can take more, and I can take yours too. Are you coming back?
Yeah.
When?
So, well, let's talk about that later because
Yeah,
this is
right,
right now.
right.
Um, so are you,
Well,
why do you why do you feel, because I feel like you can make more sales.
no,
Um,
but yes,
but what? Tell me, what
but
came
I
up?
don't know. I know. See, I can make more sales. But I'm not making more sales, so there's some kind of stopper there. But I don't know what is stopping.
I think it's the same thing as everybody else. Do you not see yourself as an expert?
Oh, oh, oh. So
Yes or no?
I have to tell myself, right? Yes.
Because that's really what it's coming down to. It seems more like you see yourself as a person that's selling these products as opposed to an expert.
Right, 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 right.
And
Yeah.
pe- and people want to buy from you if they know, like, and trust you. People are knowing you. You are making, I told you, you're good at promotions and it's easy for people to be like, oh, it's Harumi. Liking, super easy to like you. You're very likable. You're very fluid. You go with the flow, all of that. And you have a lot of love, you have a lot of awareness, so you care and it's easy to connect with you. But the trusting portion, and I've seen what you're doing, so it's you're getting better and better, but you're not seeing yourself as the expert that knows about Naturally Plus, that's helping people get healthier and live vibrantly. It's more like, oh, this is a product and a service that I'm selling. Would you like to buy it? It's good for you. Does that feel right? Or does it feel like I'm
Yeah, I
not?
think yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
so
Correct.
the angle that you need to hit it from is that you're an expert in Naturally Plus products because they've changed your life and they've changed the life of your clients. These are
Right.
no longer people, and they're no longer, you can't look at them as members. I know Naturally Plus looks at the people as members. I want you to look at everybody that signs up with you as your client.
Oh,
They are looking to you to tell them about Naturally Plus. They're looking to you to tell them about how to sell it and who to talk to sell it and where to go to sell it and what they're going to expect by taking it. Like when I talk to people about Naturally Plus, I tell them, I'm like, look, I had a kidney infection for this amount of time by taking
the superlutin plus
the
or
drink,
Insulina.
the
Okay.
water,
Oh,
hydrogenized water.
You forgot Izumio.
The Izumio, I remember hydrogenized water. By taking Izumio, my wrinkles, I had a before and after, and my wrinkles were going like super, like they were going like, and those smile lines mean that I'm smiling through the pain. When I was taking Izumio, the wrinkles disappeared. I was no longer smiling through the pain because my kidneys were functioning because they had the hydrogenized water that were
Oh,
replenishing it and they were flushing out the rest of my kidneys and urinary tract. You see how I became an expert and I started talking about what they can expect, some of the things that they can feel better. Midori gave me the little black ones, the little black pills
oh, the new one.
for the eyeballs. Yeah,
Revive. Super
yeah.
revive.
I think so. But
Yes.
it helps with the eyes too. And one of the nights that she was here, I had just started taking them. These are really thick. I have really bad prescription. When I was taking them, I came home and I was drunk. Midori got me drunk. So I came home and I turned on my phone at 3 o'clock in the morning to go pee. And I looked at my phone and I was like, oh, I must have slept with my contacts on because I can see really well. I did not have my contacts in. It changed the vision for a period of time. It made me see better.
Really?
There's nothing in the market that's like this stuff other than NAD. And NAD is like kind of hard to get the real actual NAD. There's nothing else in the market like this. So when you put yourself as an you see how I'm not selling the person to tell them, oh, get it, it's going to make you feel good. I'm being an expert,
Yeah, you're talking experience. You're feeling how you felt.
giving them my expertise on the product. And that's what you're missing. Because
Yeah.
you're an expert by now in this. Like there's some people that are just starting off. They told me that they're making a bigger stride with a team in LA or California. And I see it because there's nothing in the United States. The closest thing that we had was Herbalife. And Herbalife
Oh,
had a whole drama fest, and then their product, the actual quality went down. So now people aren't using Herbalife, but there's an emptiness in the market. And that's where Naturally Plus can literally fit into that
oh.
market.
Mm.
And so what they're looking for are people that are passionate. You already have it. Know, like, and trust the person. You're just the expertise portion. So are you willing to step out of the story that you are not an expert when it comes to Naturally Plus?
Yes, definitely.
And are you willing to step out of the story? People will not see you as an expert.
Yes.
Oh, that kind of moved. There's a little bit. Do you feel like you have to be like one of, because, okay, so if I don't think you guys know because you guys haven't been to the seminars and stuff, but Naturally Plus has seminars where they have doctors from all over the world talking about the everything that I just said, except on a scientific level. And they talk about the difference that patients have had. I mean, there's patients that they have. There's one doctor recently that came on and she started having the clients not only drink it, but she warmed up the water and then put their body parts
Oh,
on it
you
so that,
carry
yeah, so that,
acupuncturist.
yeah. And so she put people that had, what was it? Not cerebral palsy. What's the one with a P when you start losing your cognitive function?
P, not the dementia, Alzheimer, Parkinson.
Parkinson's, there you go. This guy with Parkinson's came in and he was like wobbling in, not using like the
Yeah.
mobility of his left leg, and it was inverted. And I do massages and I like fix people like that, but she was able to do it with just giving them a bath in this fucking
Yeah, like a
water.
one or couple of sessions.
Yeah, that's insane. And then they had the after video of him and he was literally like
Jumping too.
he was still kind of like bouncy, but he had so much mobility and he looked like he was not in pain. He was happy jumping around. You have already been exposed to all of this knowledge that you can repeat to people. That makes you the expert, Harumi. You do not have to be the doctor or the acupuncturist or the medical professional to regurgitate this stuff. You just have to know it
Yeah,
and feel it. That makes you the expert. So your sales are going to go up when you start acting and talking to people like you are the expert because you already went through one, which is the promotions. And I saw you getting more attention by focusing on the promotions. And I love the last spiel that you've been doing it. So I see that you've been working on it really hard. So now you already have the promotions portion done with it. Now it's about the actual selling, and people want to buy from people that are trusting, like they
yeah.
and the product is trustworthy, but you're the one that needs to represent that.
Right, right.
So you're the expert. um do you have to be like the doctors and the people on the call, like picture perfect, in order to be
No,
seen as an expert? It's not coming up true. So are you willing to step out of the story that you need to be seen as an expert, like you see the doctors, to be treated as an expert?
yeah.
You know, when I was a counselor, I had my CCAP certification. It's not, you have MFT, like the licensing, which is like a 4 year to 10 year thing that you have to do. And then you have CCAP certification, which is like $5,000 in 6 months. And you can work under a therapist that signs off on your hours, but you can charge as much as a therapist. And you can do a lot of the things the therapist does. So therapists don't usually like it, but I had it. And when I was 19, all the clients wanted to work with me because I was so easy to talk to and I was doing this, that it was like they would tell me the things and the therapist was like, "Why'd you do that? I was going to do that with them." How did it? So everybody saw me as the expert when I had the lowest degree possible. I was only 19 years old, and these people, I mean, imagine a 60 or 70-year-old doctor sitting there waiting to meet with the patient, but then they're like, "No, I want to meet with Anna."
Oh, 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 you got conviction, everything. Yeah,
It
because
showed me what
they
does
can
that
feel it.
does that tell you that I'm the expert?
But it doesn't matter for them, you're an expert.
Because I didn't give a shit. I was just doing the job. I
Right.
love doing what I did, so I just did it, and that's what happened. And it's the same thing with you. And I,
Yes.
I learned those capabilities from, I had an upper hand with the face reading and the energy work, but everything else that I learned was from being in therapy, talking to therapists, working in the therapeutic services. So I learned cognitive therapy, I learned imago therapy, I learned how to do all these different tactics by being there.
Yes.
So you did the same with the doctors and the experts.
Oh, by hearing. It's like a
Yeah.
face is coming by hearing.
Yeah. And so you've already been doing the work. You've already been learning and everything. You can say it. You don't have to be the actual licensor to be able to be saying it and be respected as the expert that has all this knowledge. I really think I'm just seeing it that, like, if when you see yourself as an expert, you let them know what they can experience, they're going to be like, "Oh shit, like this is incredible." You've just been looking at it from like, how can I sell this product instead?
Oh, yeah. The stance makes different, right? Like
Yeah.
how my posture.
So like when you were talking, so like for example, for me, right? Instead of saying like, "Oh, are you signing up again?" Right? "Hey, are you still sick? You know that you remember that the products can heal your body. Remember that?" Because now you're coming at it from an expert level of how can I help them.
Yeah.
So, are you willing to step out of the story that you are not good enough to be seen as an expert in anything?
Yes. Oh, she's frozen. I'm not frozen.
No, I'm right here.
Okay.
Oh, and this is interesting because it comes from your promotional side. Are you willing to step out of the story that you're going to push people too much and they're not going to like it?
Yes. I may tend to do that.
No, you don't. As long as you're not being aggressive, you're good. Because that's you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing in business. Most people I don't see doing what you do, which is follow up. You are incredible with following up. I mean, fucking phenomenal with following up. Your idea that you're following up too much or that you're pushing too much creates the resistance, because for the right people, they're going to be like, "Thank you for texting me and following up with me. I meant to get this. Thank you." You're not going to be an inconvenience. So you're actually pushing out the people that are not the clients for you and finding the clients that are for you. Uh, it's kind of like me and my weirdness. There's going to be the clients that love my weirdness and they're like, "Oh, finally, a coach that like will help business feel not so serious." And then there's the people that I just met this guy that he paid like $5,000 to go to a seminar. And the seminar, he specifically looks for the most brutal, mean, painful ones. And in
Oh,
this seminar, they start at 3:30 in the morning all the way until midnight. And the temperature of the room is 40 fucking degrees. They deliberately make it painful and put 40 degrees in the room. And the guy that does it is known for those seminars. And
oh,
people are happy to pay them $5,000 because he's finding people that like pain like him as a motivator, and those are his people. I'm finding people that want freedom and to feel not so serious. Those are my people. Him and I have completely different people. You are also your own individual person with your own individual style. You seem like you're having fun when you're selling. You seem like you like doing this. And that's going to attract your people. And
oh,
so when you follow up with them, the people that are meant for his group are going to be like, "Oh no, Harumi." The people that are meant for my group, maybe they'll be like, "Maybe, I don't know." The people that are meant for to buy from Harumi are going to be like, "Oh, fucking thank you for telling me this."
right.
So once you get comfortable with that notion that that's what it is, then you bring in more people that are like, "Yes, Harumi, I've been looking for you."
Yes.
If you're focused on trying to get the other people in your group,
Yeah.
then you're going to just keep attracting those people and they're not your people.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yes, right.
And
Yeah.
it's fucking weird how this happens, because the moment you change that frequency within yourself, the people that are attracted to your products and services and want to buy from you, more and more start showing up. More, you've seen me grow in the last year,
Oh,
right? That's because I'm only focusing on my little weirdos.
ah, oh, yeah, focusing the energies right there.
Where are my people? Are you
Yes.
my people? Yes. Are you my people? No. Oh, I think there's someone you
Yeah,
like
we don't
over
have to,
there.
yes, right, right. We don't have to force myself to that, right?
Exactly. So are you willing to step out of the story that you have to force yourself to be what other people want you to be so that they trust you and buy from you?
Yes.
Yay. How do you feel?
Feels good. I
So,
have to keep reminding myself.
yeah, so now I want you to just focus on the people that are your clients and that you are an expert. You already have promotion down. Now it's just converting the promotion people with marketing into sale clients. So one of the things that everybody wants to do when you're selling a product or a service, you go you go from meeting them, networking, to asking permission to have a sales conversation.
Mm,
You don't want to just try and sell to them. You want to get to know them, because no one
yeah.
here is selling something that is like $50. There's no one in here that's selling a $50 product or service. Meaning you're at a higher caliber. So if people are going to give you their cards to pay something, they don't want to be feeling like they're being sold to. The way to do that is from marketing and networking. You meet them, you get to know them on the first call. You see if they are a match or not. If they are a vibrational match to you and your brand and how you do things, and you like them or something like that, then you ask them, would you mind if we set something up to have a sales conversation? I think that you might like it and I'd love to explain more about it.
Oh,
You
yes.
want to ask the permission, because by asking the permission, what happens in a lot of sales conversations is people will go into the sales conversation and they'll try and sell to the person. And then the person in their subconscious goes, "Oh, they're trying to sell to me." They feel it. They know they feel it. They
Already
sense it
refusing.
immediately. But when you ask them permission, "Hey, would you like to have a conversation about this? I think there's a couple of things that could help you. And I see that there's synergy between us. I'd love to be able to have an actual sales conversation." Then what happens is their brain and the back and their subconscious both go, "Oh, they're selling something to me. Okay, let's have a conversation." But their barriers don't go up like you were trying to trick them. Their
Oh,
barriers
oh,
actually stay down because you're being honest with them and you're
yeah,
not
yeah,
trying to trick them.
right, right.
So then when they get on the sales call, which is the second one, they've qualified. In that first call, you're finding out, can they afford it? Are they a match for the product and service? And are they a match to my brand? If those three are a yes, you make the offer and you have the second sales convers or the second conversation, which is the introduction to the sales conversation. From the sales conversation, then you get to explain to them everything about Naturally Plus. You show your expertise. You ask them if they have been having any sort of medical conditions, if they wear
Oh,
glasses, if they have headaches, if they used to be a triathlete that used to run, but now they're just sitting in a desk all day. You want to get intel and information like how this could benefit them. And then you can position it of based on my expertise and what I've seen, and this is what the doctors have said, this is how I see it benefiting you. You can try it for a monthly subscription and see how you like it, and then we can go from there. Because again, you see how you're lowering, it's all about lowering their nervous system so that they don't feel like you're like, buy from me, buy
yeah,
from me, buy
attacking
from
you.
me.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
likes that. But the way that I'm positioning it now is you're an expert, you're communicating, and they don't feel like you're tricking them or pushing them. So just permission-based sales is what I teach. Yeah.
Did you record?
Yeah, I recorded.
Did you record? Can I get this, my portion?
Oh shit, just kidding. It's not
See?
recording. Oh no. No, it says it's recording.
No, it just showed up. Really? It's recorded?
Is it just showing up? Because it says
No,
pause or not. Well, we're gonna find out because it should be going to the
yes,
cloud. It should
yes.
be recording to the
Because I
cloud.
don't, yeah, because it's so easy to forget. I hear, yeah, it makes sense. But once I step out,
Well, the good thing is you're in the private coaching thing, so we'll go over this again and again and again and again and again and again
and
and
then I make
again
sure
until you get it.
I need to,
Until yeah,
okay.
until it's natural for you.
Yes, right.
I didn't learn this stuff from like one go. I learned it from again and again and again and again until I'm like, "Oh, this is how you do it." And now it's second nature.
Yeah, we have to listen.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
So I don't have we're over time. Uh,
2:31.
oh, let's give some love to Harumi.
Oh, thank you. I saw some love coming, Michael.
Um, so we are out of time, but I have a little bit more time. Um, Hazu, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. I just found,
Hi.
hi, I just found out it's going on, and
I
I just,
know.
yeah.
It's okay.
So,
My next meeting is in for another 15 minutes. So what are you working on? What would you like shifted and what are you working on?
well, you just advised Harumi that helped me, how approach,
Hmm.
and so I just want to, practice, I guess. Mm.
So uh yes, but do you want to shift energy?
Okay, okay.
Yeah? Okay. Um, how have your sales been?
Um, it's not really like right now I'm getting to know new people, but I think there is opportunity. I sometimes explain if the conversation goes that way, but sometimes I feel I miss opportunity. I should say something about my business.
Hmm.
Um, so I don't know.
No, that's
How?
perfect. That's perfect
Yeah.
because you're pinpointing something. So, is it not safe to, what is that? We're going with not safe. Is it not safe to be seen as an expert?
Maybe I'm not confident enough.
So if you're not confident enough in being seen as an expert, that usually leads to thinking that someone's going to put you down when you try to be an expert.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how long have you been taking Naturally Plus? You're selling Naturally Plus, right?
Yes,
Okay.
4 years. 4 years.
You've been taking it for 4 years? Girl, you're a fucking expert. It's okay. So it's what we just went with Harumi with. You know how this stuff works, right? You've been to the meetings with the doctors and the acupuncturists and everyone that is saying, this is how it works. This is the change that we've seen with our clients. And you have also experienced it, correct?
Right. Correct.
Then you're just repeating that,
Repeating.
what you learned.
Okay.
So when you're saying, oh yeah, we had an acupuncturist that helped someone with Parkinson's walk again using hydrogenized water, whether the person's drinking that or not, it's like, wait, what? Someone walked in not pain? You just have to tell the stories that the doctors and the experts are telling you and repeat it to other people. And people will be like, wow, really? So there's nothing with you that has to be the expert. You're just the expert in your experience, and you're repeating what the experts have said, putting you at the higher level.
Okay. And also, like, for the, how much I can say about the things, medical. Well, I can say somebody was saying like that, like doctor was experiencing, or like, but
Mhm.
sometimes in back of mind, is this safe to say? I mean, this is for FDA, what do you call in English? I don't know. Yeah.
FDA approved? Yeah.
No, approved, or what?
Compliance.
Yeah.
Compliance. Yes, compliance. Thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah. So while I'm saying that, am I saying um, could be in compliance?
So
With
you see the CEO, Mr. Tajima, was it?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Mr. Tajima says a story of like someone that was selling Naturally Plus, sold it to someone that had diabetes.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's a good story. So the
Yes,
guy sold it to the guy that had diabetes and was like, yeah, this is going to change your diabetes and it's going to work it so you don't have diabetes. Well, the guy bought the Naturally Plus product thinking it's going to solve it right now.
right.
And Mr. Tajima, and so he goes to Mr. Tajima and he's like, I want my money back. You guys stole money from me. This didn't work. And Mr. Tajima looked at him and he's like, how long did you have diabetes for? And he goes, 10 years. He goes, and you thought that a little bottle like this was going to just change it overnight? You had 10 years to get to this point in diabetes. It's a period of time that it's going to take to also heal your body. So we'll get you a and he fixed it, right? Like he got him a
Yeah,
free thing and all of that, and it became a client. But you can't tell people, a your vision is going to get better and you're going to be able to see.
right.
What I said earlier when I was talking about taking the pills is that I suddenly looked at my phone and I thought I had my contacts on when I didn't. So for a moment, it was like I could see really clearly. That's just exemplifying one of my little changes, but I'm still wearing my glasses. So I'm not saying, oh, it healed my eyes and now I see better all the time. But I'm saying that even I was able to notice a shift. And based off of science, this is what happens. So you're never lying to them and you're never saying this is going to fix you overnight. You're just reiterating what the doctors are saying and what you have experienced and what you've seen other people experience. So in my programs, we'll use mine as an example. I have one program that is to help people get to their first $100,000 in business. And I have another program to get them to their million or to double their revenue if they've already gotten a million in their business. There's a lot of different things that go into that, but I'm not saying I'm going to get them to their million tomorrow. I'm not saying you're going to get there next month. I'm saying it usually takes about 2 years, and I'm going to work with you until you get to that point. So all you have to do is be very transparent with them. You don't have to, when you feel like you have to push them into the sale, that's not sales, you're pushing them. When you just tell them, hey, this is what I'm taking and it's making me feel this way, and this is what the doctors say about it. And I'd love for you to come to one of our Wednesday groups so that you can hear more about it. Then you're giving them as much information as possible, but you're not saying, hey, you're going to walk again with this. So there's a discrepancy where you think that if you tell them that what the doctors say, that you're telling them, oh, you're going to walk again. And it's interesting because you're Japanese?
Yes.
Okay, so Japanese culture has this thing. It's different. That's why I did so well with Japanese sales instead of American sales. American sales is you're going to feel better. You're going to experience this. You're going to blah, 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 blah. You're painting the portrait, right? In Japanese sales, it's this is all the ingredients. This is what the doctors say that it's going to do for you. This is what people have experienced. Now make your decision the way that you want to.
Mm,
And that's the way that you should be doing sales.
right.
So are you willing to step out of the story that you need to give them unrealistic expectations for them to say yes?
I do. I do.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
Thank you.
You just need to give them the information transparently for them to make their own decision. And you need to emotionally talk to them about your experience. And that's going to get them to be able to trust you from the expertise level and emotionally say yes because of the, oh, I'm talking to this person that has also taken this supplement for 4 years. Those are expensive supplements. That means that they better be fucking working if you're taking them for 4 years. How is that feeling for selling?
I think good. Yeah. I feel comfortable going. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're Harumi, how long have you been selling it for?
Something like that, same 4 or 5.
Same,
Yes.
about the same time. Like,
Yeah,
Yes.
then you guys both
Similar.
have the level of expertise. It's kind of like when I said to Michael earlier, Michael's been a coach for 20 years, but he hasn't been telling people that when he first meets them. So you guys saying I've been taking the supplements for 4 years and this is what it's done for me is the biggest selling feature for you. Do either of you guys tell people that you've been taking it for 4 years?
No, I don't tell.
You guys tell them. I got into this 4 years ago. It's completely changed my life. I feel
Yes,
happier and
yes,
healthier. Because here's the thing with
yes.
all the naturally plus people, they drink more than me, they eat more than me, they walk more than me because they're taking naturally plus supplements. I mean, I feel so unhealthy with them because I feel like I can't keep up. Like, oh God, my body's really not. And first I felt bad about myself. I'm like, God, I'm so unhealthy. And then I realized I'm like, no, these motherfuckers are taking the hydrogenized water. They're taking
Yes,
the other
everything.
supplement. They're doing this. They're doing this. Of course, no duh that they're like more energized than me.
So, Anna, what was your number then? Kalk checker.
The what?
What was your number? What is your number for the Kalk checker for the Super Lute Milta Plus? Didn't you ever checked the numbers from? You didn't? So it tells
No.
you how much you're lacking vegetables or fruits in your
Oh, yeah,
body.
yeah, 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 yeah. No, no, no. It was a 3.5. But
I have to tell.
okay, so they have this test, guys, where you put your palm on
Yes,
this machine that is able to read your I forgot what it reads.
carotenoid.
yes,
Your carotenoid levels. And your carotenoid levels are the thing that make you basically feel healthy, rejuvenized, and healthy. And it's out of 10. Everybody in that room, mind you, I had a kidney infection, so don't. It's so
Okay.
embarrassing. So imagine everybody in the room, the lowest person had a 6 out of a 10.
Oh, Lord.
And then I walk in and I put my fucking hand down and they're like, oh, 3.5. That means that I'm very unhealthy.
So that's why you're taking this, right?
That's why I'm taking it. And the thing is that so for part of me when I promote Naturally Plus is I tell people I took this fucking test and no wonder I was getting a UTI regularly with nothing. No wonder I was getting a kidney infection. No wonder I kept getting sick and I was depleted energy. I was trying to grow my business, but then I get tired. Trying to grow my business and network, but then I have to lay down because my head hurts. Trying to meet with and teach a workshop, but then like my brain swells up. With the Naturally Plus supplements, it helped me get through the hump of being able to be healthy enough where now I'm growing more. That's entrepreneurship. That's how, because that's how my experience was with it. And that makes people say, oh, okay.
Yeah, I want that.
Yeah. So you guys talk about your personal experience as a portion of your sale. It's the same thing with coaching. Remember why you got into coaching.
Yes,
It was
sorry.
because we at some point as a coach or an individual, we were like, my life isn't becoming what I want it to be. How can I fix it? And we focused on a level of expertise to be able to transform our own lives and the lives of others and become coaches that just do that now. So just remember when you're talking to potential leads that are a match, remember what it was like when you started and where you're at now. That's the transformation you're offering.
Mm.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
That's
cool.
you. Let's give some love. Oh, look
Okay.
at that. I'm right on time at 45. Yay. Well, thank you guys all for being here. And I will see members next Tuesday and non-members next month on the second Tuesday of the month is open to the public, just like today. And you can invite whoever you want. And thank you guys.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Love
Thank
you.
you so much.
Bye.
See you.
Love you. Bye bye.
Bye.